All right, cool. What's going on, everyone? I'm here with Joseph Parker. First off, I want to congratulate you on your deal. You're being extremely young while at 27. How does it feel?
I'm very excited to be signing with Matchroom, and we feel that they're the best team to be signing with at the moment. And with the amount of fighters that they have, with the shows that they put on, US, UK, I feel like it's going to be a great partnership.
Now, as from the fight fan perspective, it seems like a clear route that you're going to want to get the rematch with Dillian Whyte, the rematch with Anthony Joshua at that point. Of course, there's business and negotiations involved. It kind of, at this point, being with Matchroom, would this exile you from the Deontay Wilders and the Tyson Fury, seeing that you see Anthony Joshua's not fighting those guys and getting those fights?
I think being with Matchroom, I think it doesn't close those doors. I think they're smart operators, and I think if it comes down to it, they can make something happen. So I think even though they have a big stable of heavyweights, if we want to fight another fighter and sign up a different promoter, I think we can make it happen.
And what makes you think it could happen? Just because the fact of the networks, deals, everything's been isolated. At
For example, you have you have Joshua Matchroom, but then you have Andy Ruiz he's with Al Heyman.
Yeah.
And so they were able to make that fight happen just because they wanted to make it happen. So I think if they want to make fights happen, they can easily make it happen. But there's a lot of people involved, so you just have to get the tick from everyone.
Now, with the Deontay Wilder fight in the past that you went and visited at that point, what made you want to go down this route against Anthony Joshua opposed to Deontay Wilder, a guy that you haven't competed against for that belt, the WBC?
Yeah.
What made you want to choose this route opposed to going after that?
Against the WBC? Mm-hmm. As a team, we decided that Matchroom offered a lot more than everyone else.
So that's the money and the business was way better?
The business was better, the opportunity was better with the fighters they have, but also they're a team that operates in the US and the UK, whereas Bob Arum's only in the US and Al Heyman's in the US as well. So I think there's a lot more benefits, and it was a lot better for our team.
On the top-ranked side, who originally reached out to you guys and tried to make things happen?
Bob Arum got in touch with David, and Eddie Hearn got in touch with David. I think Al Heyman also sent an offer through to David Higgins.
Okay, and then from that point...
From that point, I think David just put them all together and sort of, I think we went back and forth with them and then found out that this was the best deal.
Okay, and from that point, with going into an Anthony Joshua rematch, if you would get that, there has been talks about the referee kind of messing up the fight, not allowing both you guys to fight the game that you originally wanted. Would you, at that point, want a specific referee or a certain thing worked out, seeing that the game plan from both fighters kind of didn't look like it?
Yeah, I feel, even though a lot of people are saying the referee did a alright job, I mean, it's, I could have done a bit better in the fight as well. So, in saying that, he won fair and square. He was a better man on the day. If it was a different, if I'm able to rematch him in the future, I'll do things differently, and I'll come on with a different game plan. But the ref, maybe we'll get a better ref.
And then you being from you wanting to go between UK and the US market, do you think it's more important to fight in the US more opposed to the UK, seeing that you've already had a big fight in the UK and established a great fan base over there after that, Joshua?
I think, in my opinion, we've been able to establish ourselves in the UK market. The only other massive market there is the US market, and I think if we establish ourselves here and try our best to build a name here, I think ultimately it makes you a better fighter in terms of you can market yourself here and there. So if you can establish it there and here and everywhere else in the world, you'll be a fighter that's worth a lot more.
So I'm assuming the Joshua fight isn't quote unquote guaranteed to happen in your deal, right?
It's not guaranteed. I was at the top. I lost my belt to Joshua. Now I'm down here. I have to rebuild and get back to the top. If they offered me a fight tomorrow, I'll take it in a heartbeat. But I know where I stand at the moment. I have to rebuild and get more wins under my belt.
If Joshua's preoccupied, and there's the lineal champion where many people kind of felt that beat Deontay, and then you got the WBC champion Deontay. If you couldn't get Joshua, amongst the other two, who would you rather choose and why?
If the other two, I get along well with every fighter. I get along well with Wilder, and I get along well with Tyson Fury. For me, I'll pick Wilder because he has the belt.
Okay.
But listen, he's a devastating puncher. But I love to test myself against the best in the world.
What was your thoughts when you saw the knockout from Deontay Wilder?
I was like, damn. That was a big right hand.
Yeah.
You know, I think the blueprint of beating Wilder will be follow what Fury did. You know, and so I mean, Brazil's a great fighter, but he got caught with that one big right hand, and that was the end of it. So he's a devastating. He's the biggest. I think he's the biggest and heaviest puncher there is at the moment.
And with your great boxing abilities at that point, do you feel that when Dominic kind of became more aggressive, that was his downfall, opposed to trying to box Deontay?
I think, yeah. His downfall was, you know, if you come forward to a punch like that and you get connected, oh mate, it's the end of the fight.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.